Hello everyone. Today, I hope everyone's doing well. Today I'm really excited because I want to share with you part 1 of my Insta360 One R videos. This video series that I'm going to start to create are just going to show you the creative ways and the ways you can use the Insta360 One R. However, there are a lot of things you can do with this, so that I want to break it down into little digestible chunks, but also to help out as far as searching for what you need to find or way to get back to it. Today, we're going to cover the dual lens 360 mod, overview of the camera, and the workflow from 360, like once I shoot a video to where I need to go. Does it go to my phone? Does it go to my computer? How does it get to the web? Hopefully you guys enjoy this.
The Insta360 One R is a modular action camera. There are 3 basic parts to it: a core, a mod, and a battery. The core is kind of like the brains or the CPU part of it. It has an LCD screen that you can use to see what the camera is seeing, make the adjustments to it, change your settings, turn on the device, turn off the device, as well as start and stop your recordings manually. The dual lens 360 degree mod is a dual lens, each supporting 180 degree field of view to shoot up to a 5.3K resolution. This is basically a Insta360 One X in a modular form. The 4K wide angle mod is like your GoPro or Osmo Action, shoots 4K 60 frames per second. The LCD can face front or back, allowing for it to be a vlog or a standard shooter. What's really cool about this whole system is that you can shoot and later on choose to enable flow state, which is its stabilization. You can also choose the different aspect ratios as well as the narrow, wide, or ultra wide view. Now, this isn't just for the 4K mod. This also is true for the dual lens 360 mod as well as the 1K Leica mod. Now, the 1-inch wide angle mod, which was co-engineered with Leica, supports up to 5.3K at 30 frames per second. It also covers the 4K 60 frames per second and other frame rates that the 4K does. However, it's supporting a 1-inch sensor, which just allows for more information to get into it. Low light is one of the capabilities that it's going to be better at handling. Compared to the GoPro Hero 8, the Insta360 One R is slightly bigger. When you're using it with your selfie stick, you're really not going to determine the difference. It still uses the same type of GoPro mounts. However, they also use the quarter turn tripod mounts as well. However, if you're going to be connecting this to like a FPV drone, you're probably going to have to get 3D print mounts. And I know Brain 3D does them. They're pretty easy to find on Thingiverse as well. The mounting system is not on the camera itself. You have to get the cage, or it comes with the cage that has the standard stock GoPro mount. I'll include also the weights of the different modulars on there. Traditionally, 360 degrees, you had a file that came out of the camera. It then had to go into a software program where you had to manually stitch it together. Then you edited your footage, and then once that was all edited together, then you could export it. However, with the 360 degree dual lens mod, the stitching is already taking place inside of the camera. What the stitching means is that you get 1/2 of a globe from lens 1 and lens 2. However, there is a distance between the 2 lenses that's referred to as the stitch line. It also allows you to have things be invisible in that stitch line. Well, the camera puts those 2 together in what's called a equirectangular projection, which takes the sphere, like the globe that we're used to seeing, and compresses it into a flat image like we see on maps. It does a little bit of math too, but that's what it does in a nutshell. So once we shot a video, how do we get it to where we can use it on the web or for another thing? So we can transfer it either to our phone via the app or Wi-Fi or to a computer. If you're going to go with the phone device, you can either use the Android or your Apple, and you use the app. And then once in the app, you can edit it and then send it out to your social media devices. The one thing that you are kind of limited to is the resolution output is locked at 1080p at this point in time. When you do the export, you have to choose whether it be fixed frame or 360-degree video. Fixed frame pretty much is like our standard videos where we see one point of view. Now we can choose what that one point of view is by setting key points. 360-degree is like virtual reality, and the end user gets to choose where they're going to view by scrolling their mouse or adjusting their phone. Now when you're going to a computer, you have the Insta360 Studio. They just released the 2020 version. When you download that, it also adds a Adobe Premiere Pro extension to that, so you can use the editing. However, most of the time you're going to be doing some type of rendering in the studio and then shifting it over to Premiere Pro. However, if you're not using Premiere Pro as your editor, you will have to do the render and then export it to Final Cut or DaVinci. You're not limited in your resolution, which is a really good thing on that. Here's a cool way to use it. So what I did was I set up the camera once and recorded this clip. Then once it was in the software, I set up key points. I can choose to use different angles, different aspect ratios, and just export it separately, even though it's one clip. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if there's anything else that you want me to see. I will go ahead and do my best to do that. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, or let me know in the comments. Thank you, and fly safe.